Get out of here, Blessing 2. There's a new king in the house now for Moondrop. The Moondrop Variation. The king of Moondrop under $1,000. I've not tried you yet, alright? But soon I will. Just for now, there you go. Moondrop Variation time. Box for Moondrop Variation. You see this Moondrop anime girl in front here. I mean, every Moondrop IEM has an anime girl now. On top of the box here, you see the Moondrop logo. In the back, some more information on the IEM. And also at the bottom here, we have variations. Now my box did came a little bit dinged up here in the corner, you know, post-service. What can you do? It happens sometimes. Slide out the sleeve, you get the box here that opens up like so. See? Oh, look at that. Inside here you get this really quite big carrying case that I don't know if I will ever use because of the size of it, but it is really nicely built. I love the design on this thing. There's a Moondrop logo up top as well. And also behind the case in here, you get an assortment of different tips from foam to silicone. And you also get some interchangeable cable plugs. So you have the default 3.5 and the extras here, the 2.2 and the 4.4. Back to the box behind these document things and the quality control card are the IEMs themselves. You can see they sit snugly in there. Here are the IEMs up close. I really enjoy the design of these. They're very sleek, they're very modern, minimalist, but has a very good style to them. The cable that came with these are also pretty nice. I have nothing to complain. They do have a little bit of memory, just very little. Overall, great quality and probably one of the better cables you can get with the Moondrop IEM. They're not really known to give you the best cables, but these are pretty good. Fit and comfort wise, these fit very similarly to like a Blessing 2. So if you tried the Blessing 2 before, your ears hurt, these will fit unfortunately quite similar. For me though, I do find these to be slightly bit more comfortable than the Blessing 2 Dust that I have. So for longer listening, I do prefer these comfort-wise over the Blessing 2 Dust. Hello friends, Timmy, welcome back to another video today. And today we have the Moondrop Variation. And oh my God, I'm just gonna say it right now. I really enjoy these. Like I really enjoy these. For $530, these absolutely compete with the rest of the new $500 IEMs out there, being the Kiwi Orchestra, the DA Audio Oracle. These live in the same competitive field as those IEMs, with one amazing quality that might put it just slightly bit above those two in certain ways. So we're gonna get into that here as we do the breakdown. So let's just jump into that, starting with the bass. So the bass here sounds very punchy, but not overly bloated. There's a lot less mid bass and a lot more sub bass. So these are sub bass focused IEM. You do feel the rumbles, you do feel the little tinkling sensation as you listen to like boomy sub bassy music. So I really love that. These do hit deep, like deep, and it feels so enjoyable. Now it's not the deepest hitting IEMs out there, but when it needs to hit deep, it does. It delivers and it just sounds phenomenal. Love the bass on these things. And the lack of mid bass here is actually a big benefit because it allows the bass to feel completely separated. There's no bleeding issues whatsoever. It's nicely nuanced and detailed. There's good texture in these, and overall they just sound completely clean, like the cleanest sub bass you ever hear under $1,000. It's just phenomenal. I love everything that's done in the bass here. Moving on to the mid-range, and it is refined. It's just really good. Female vocals sound much better than male vocals do, but overall the clarity on both male vocals, female vocals, instrumentals in the mid-range is just phenomenal. Everything shines and pops so well, especially female vocals sound like they're dead center and every instrument is just built around it. The separation on these are insanely good. It's like super impressive for $530. And that's something that's just gonna jump at you right away. The details, the separation, the resolution on these just sound so clean, so well separated. Everything has its own place. There's nothing that is encroaching on each other in a weird way. The attack and the decay on these is also very well done to give you this sense of space. Like there's space in between each element of the song. Everything feels like they have their own place. Nothing is touching and it feels fantastic. And when it comes to the vocals, female vocals, again, just sound dead center. And they just shine. It's like they are the star of the song like they should be, and that's something that I enjoy very much because most of my library consists of female vocals, and these just sound phenomenal. The tuning on these as well are phenomenal. Everything sounds natural, clean, and there's no weird nuances or weird timbre issues that's gonna really distract you from the music. There is a little bit of thinness because there's a lack of mid bass and there's a lack of lower mid range. So male vocals here suffer a little bit with some thinness. So they're not gonna sound as full or as warm as some of them should, like Frank Sinatra, Michael Bublé. Male vocals that live in a lower range just won't sound as robust as they should. But that's really the only thing I can nitpick about the mid-range on these IEMs. Everything else is so good. Really, really enjoy these. Now, are these as well tuned as, say, the DA Audio Oracle, which I think is some of the best tuned IEMs out there? These are very close, very close. I would say the Oracle still sounds more correct because there is a little bit of warmth, so male vocals sound more correct than on the variations. But hey, to me, that's all shop to preference. Some of you might like the variation more, some of you might like the Oracle more. They're just both that good, especially in the mid-range department. So it's really shop to preference. But yeah, mid-range on a variation, phenomenal. Next, we have the treble regions. Now, these avoid any peaks, any sibilances, so you're not gonna have any issue at all with that. There's also no fatiguing as well, which is fantastic. So it avoids any pitfall that badly tuned or poorly tuned IEMs tend to fall on, so don't have to worry about that part. There's a sense of air in these as well, so you feel a sense of spaciousness. Now, it's not the most airy IEMs out there. I can definitely name a few that are much airier than these, but they do give a sense of air, a sense of spaciousness at the top. The treble extension is also great on these, giving female vocals the range and the fullness that they should get. I mean, back to the female vocals for a little bit. If your library consists of a ton of female vocals, doesn't matter what that is, K-pop, J-pop, Mariah Carey, Alicia Keys, Doja Cat, it doesn't matter. Any female vocals will sound phenomenal on these, hands down. So if that's your library, you can just stop the video here and just get these because they are just that good. All right, so back to the treble. Extension is good. There's a sense of air. There's no sibilance issues, no peaks, no fatigues. It's just an overall very well-tuned IEM that doesn't have anything that distracts you from the music. Again, the only thing that might distract you from your songs is that if you listen to male vocals, you might feel like they're lacking a little bit of something, a little bit of meat, but that's the only thing that will potentially distract you from your music. Every other thing, it either does competently or just downright fantastic. Next is the technical performance. We're talking about soundstage, imaging, separation, overall detail, micro detail, all the stuff, right? And I already touched upon the separation of these, the micro details of these, the details of these. They're just really, really, really good. For the price, they're very impressive. To me, they're just as resolving as something like a clairvoyance, if not even more so, because it has even better separation than the clairvoyance. Because of that lack of mid bass, it just makes everything sound super clean, but it's never like boring or sterile in any way because there's that sub bass there to add that bit of fun, to add that rumble, and the treble extension is great, the air is great, so there's fun elements in this clean IEM that I really enjoy. So it's not purely a work IEM, a monitor IEM, it's also fun for just casual listening at the same time. So details and separation, I don't wanna say top notch because it's definitely not the top of the top. I mean, the C1R, the U12T, those are obviously better than the variation, but the variation to me is just 1 or 1.5 step down from those IEMs in terms of resolutions. If you ever get your hands on these, you'll know what I mean. Separation and detail, definitely the highlight of these IEMs. Almost forgot to say one thing, percussions. Yeah, percussion instruments, cymbal hits, they all sound very clean. Like I said again, the attack on these feel very satisfying. It makes every percussion hits and every note hit in general just comes across more distinct and very satisfying to listen to and to really like dance to and bob your head to, because it has that kind of power, that kind of really nice initial attack that's just satisfying. So when it comes to Soundstage, depth, imaging, how do these do? So first of all, let's talk about the stage. Now the stage is fairly wide. I wouldn't say it's the widest sounding stage I've heard, but it's plenty wide for the price and it doesn't disappoint me in any way. It's just sufficient, you know? There's enough air, there's enough low end, there's enough just spaciousness feeling. Imaging wise, these are very competent, very competent, and that's due to just how well the separation is. You can close your eyes and like imagine where each instrument is in relation to each other. Now, it's not the cleanest image, like I said, you know, the top tier stuff, obviously a lot more cleaner, but these just very competent. And again, I need to harp back down to the price because these are $500, $530, and they're impressing me like they're $800 plus or $900 plus. And in some regards, especially in the technical performance, they're impressing me like they're $1,000 plus. Yeah, they're only $530. It's very impressive. All right, guys, that's it for this video today. Thank you so much for watching the Moondrop variation. A complete home run. This is a 5-star IEM for me. My rating scale, 5-star. For $530, this is just some of the best you can get right now. I highly recommend it. If you can grab this, go ahead and grab it. If you want a clean sound with great sub bass and great sense of air and everything feels nicely separated, if you want a taste of what $1,000 plus type of resolution may sound like, these are great samplers for that level of technicality. So yeah, Moondrop variation, highly recommended. All right, guys, with that said, don't forget to subscribe if you like this video, if you find this one helpful. Comment down below what you think of the variation if you've tried yourself. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace and bye.